your girl, your diva, Sasha, coming into you live for another episode of Night Talk with Sasha. So, it's Saturday, and it's not Friday. I just thought you needed to know that. Yesterday, I went out and had a nice time yesterday. Did a little shopping, ran some errands. By the time I got back, I had an awful, awful headache. Allergy season. Okay, sorry. So I had a really bad headache. It was my allergies. And so I took something and I decided I'm going to sleep. Because if you've ever taken Zyrtec and you've taken it for your allergies, if you don't go to sleep after taking Zyrtec, I'm scared of you. Like, your system is not normal. Just, You don't go to sleep after taking Zyrtec? Oh my God. I don't know what to say about you. But anyway, so I took Zyrtec and it's still in my system. It does not take a lot to get your girl high. So I'm still kind of sleepy. But I'm here. So I thought, okay, I'll do the show Saturday instead of Friday. And yeah. So it's just Saturday show, and I have nothing. I'm not prepared. I have nothing to talk about. I haven't wrote anything down. This is so unlike me. Yeah, this is just. I am doing it scared, as my friend Riri says, of Real Talks, Real Plans with Riri and Coco. She says her life motto is do it scared. So I'm not necessarily scared, but I'm doing it. But anyway, we'll find something to talk about. I won't be on here long. I just wanted to come on and touch bases and talk about a few things and talk about some stuff that is on my mind and some things that are going on. And okay, Trump. I try not to talk about politics. I really do. I really try not to talk about politics because I was talking to someone, it was a friend at one time, and we were talking about politics, and oh my gosh, it got bad. The conversation between he and I talking about politics got so bad. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, Donald Trump was found guilty. Now I just don't get it. Like, you're found guilty on 30 something counts or whatever, but you don't have to do jail time? Come on. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just can't understand how this man, what's the point of finding him guilty? If the guilty verdict is just what? Just to say he's guilty, but there's no type of punishment? Like, how is that fair? How is that right? How is that feasible? I don't know, but that's the thing. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So he still gets the opportunity to run for president. And he's been found guilty of conspiracy to hide money. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's it. That's it. Um, I know everybody has heard the 6 B's: bleach, blonde, bad body, butch. Yeah. So what tickled me about that was so MTG, is that what they call her? Is that what her name is? MTG. Um, so it's been her birthday one day last week, I think it was. And so WSB, Channel 2 News, I'm beginning to worry about Channel 2. I think that they are undercut. I don't know. I don't know. WSB, things changed since Javita died. Things have changed. I don't know. I don't mess around with Channel 2 hardly anymore. I just don't know. Just don't feel the same. I try to stay in the loop because Fred Blankenship, because I like Fred, and then he be on V1, not V103. Oh my God, Kiss 104. He used to be on there with Frank Ski, but Frank Ski left again. I wonder if he gone for good this time or what. I don't know, but we'll see. But anyway, I don't know Channel 2. So they posted a picture of her in her bikini, MTG in her bikini, and she, she thinks she looks good to be 50. I'm sure she does. But what got me was the comments. Oh my God, there were so many comments of people saying it should say AI generated, or well, we know that she's smart enough to Photoshop. She cut her head off of somebody else and put it on that body. Yeah, her body may look good, but look at them planks she called feet. People just, Senator Crockett from Texas, what she said may have not Senator, Representative Crockett from Texas, what she said must have really hurt. Now, I think what really hurt was that, if y'all haven't seen it, it was a woman at the airport. It was a woman, a black woman, at the airport and saw MTG and said bad body, butch, blonde, whatever, however the 6 B's go. She said it to her, and then she laughed. Oh, you don't like it, huh? And then she laughed. No, that's what got her. Like, people just out randomly coming up to her saying that. Yes, that's what got her. But anyway, I found it so funny. When I first heard of it, I was like, "Say what now?" But to actually find out what it was, and then to watch, like, it was so ugly. Oh, and I mean, it was just, that's what you call writing that check with your ass can't cash. Like, she got what she deserved. She totally got it. She didn't say anybody's name, unlike, and that's in my district. God, I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. It's just so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But anyway, that's enough of that. So I just wanted to, and I love how I was watching Roland Martin on YouTube, and Representative Crockett was on there saying how she is going to get I can't even remember it, patent. So all the people that have taken, and there are songs. I mean, you know that they do songs for everything, but there are actual songs out there. People have done remixes. Some of them are pretty dang on funny. They are pretty funny, and they're pretty good. Also, if you haven't heard, send condolences to our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama. The forever grandmother. Yes, Miss Robinson. Michelle Obama's mom passed away. Oh, sorry to hear that. I really hate to hear when somebody mother passes away. It really hits home and it brings all those memories back up of my mother's passing and my friends and stuff. But yes, if you haven't saw it, just a little private moment. No matter what you feel about the Obamas, whether you like them or not, whether you think Barack Obama is the Antichrist or I don't know what, but just send a condolence, say a little prayer for the forever First Lady, her mom passing. Saw that. I also saw, and school is out. People have graduated. There have been a lot of graduations. And that's a weird thing. Like, in the town where I am, the graduation, it happened, but it was postponed. First of all, it was outside. It was outside. Like, with all of the crazy weather that we have been having, with all of the rain and whatnot, you're going to have it outside. So, of course, that weekend of graduation, what did it do? It rained. And so graduation was postponed. But it happened finally, but it had to happen. It was going to happen like that morning, but it rained that morning. And so Rome High School graduation was postponed until the weather cleared up. So go figure. We were all a lot of people were trying to figure out why it wasn't inside, but come to find out why, because it's a place here in town where all of the graduations happen, concerts called the Forum, and at the Forum during the pandemic, it was turned into a courthouse. And so now that the Forum is a courthouse, it was also the place that the local high schools, whether you're in the city, whether you're in the county, they use the Forum to host the graduation. They couldn't do that this year. And so it was like a scramble kind of thing to get everyone in place. So a lot of places, a lot of the county schools had their graduations at the school, in the gymnasium. I don't know why. Well, I guess because Rome High is a larger class, bigger class. They chose not to, but they had at the stadium, at the Barron Stadium, where the football games are played at a lot of times. So, and it was outside; it's not covered. So they had that, but it was nice. Hold on, I think I have a caller. Hello, caller.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just listening. I thought you had to press one to get
Okay.
on. My bad.
No, you're good. I just saw your number and I thought that you wanted to make a comment, but you can just keep listening.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll talk to you too. Keep on going.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so the graduation was postponed in town, and till the weather cleared up. When the weather cleared up, then the graduations happened. So school is officially out for summer in my town. And I can hear all the parents getting ready to complain loudly and say very loudly, "Get out of my kitchen. Stop eating," to their young people that are going to be home. So congratulations, Mom and Dad. It's a hungry teenager. So that's happening. Also, now this month coming up is going to be later on the 27th and then the 29th and the 30th. Now, I know y'all have heard me talk about it. You've probably seen it on my page, but I want to give you a reminder, okay, to come out and support the Supersize Your Life Expo that's going to happen. The expo is going to happen Saturday and Sunday. Tickets are still available. You can go on the website, Supersize Your Life. It's sylsexpo.com. I think I said it right. Expo.com, and you can go on there and actually get your tickets to appear or to come, I should say, to the expo. It's going to be great. I hope that y'all really decide to come out. We're going to have a lot of influencers from the plus size community that is going to be out there. And not only are they going to be out there, but they're going to be talking. So it's going to be some closed door conversations, just, between us women. And but we're going to have these conversations with some of your well-known plus size social media influencers, like LaQuisha Brown. Y'all know LaQuisha. She was on Night House with Sasha back earlier this year. She's going to be one of those closed door conversations that's going to happen at the expo. So if you want to meet and see Pretty Fat Girl Gang, come out. Also, there's going to be one of the founding members from NAFTA. I think NAFTA stands for, I should definitely, I need to get better clarity on what that stands for. But I think it's a National Fat something. I'll let me get clarity.
North American Space Agency.
No, not NASA, NAFTA. NAFTA. NAFTA.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back on mute now. My bad.
Oh, you're good. It's okay. No problem. But no, NASA is it's an organization for plus size people, and they go out and they try to get inclusion. They try to make things more inclusionary for plus size people in their communities, not only in communities, but worldwide. So that's what they do. They're also an advocacy. That's the word that I was looking for. They are an advocacy group as well. So they're going to be there, and it's going to be also, there's going to be another really important closed door conversation, and this conversation is going to be hosted by the mattress company Big Stig. Big Stig is sponsoring this conversation that's going to happen between, I can't remember exactly who's going to be doing, but I know that it's going to be sponsored by Big Stig, and it's a closed door conversation. So if you're really interested, if you're really not interested about hearing the closed door conversations and you just want to come out, there's going to be things, clothing, women, we're women, we love clothing, jewelry, person, all the good stuff. It's going to be that. It's going to be entertainment. It's just going to be a really fun time. So I hope that you all decide to come out to the Supersize Your Life Expo. If you still want to, if you can't make it to the butterfly ball, but you want to help and you want to be a part of the lymphedema and the lymphedema organization for this ball, this is a fundraiser. We're really trying to make money for these organizations so that we can get the word out here and help more people get the things that they need, such as compression bandages and bandages and information. it's a lot of information that is now coming out about lymphedema and lipedema, and there are a lot of people that are not getting that information that's coming out, and so we really want to get that out there. But if you can't make it, really, please think about donating. It's a worthy event. It's a worthy cause. And it's something that I truly believe in. And I believe in the founder. So, yeah, definitely think about it. And if you want to make a donation so that we can hit our target, definitely Cash App JPS event. Of course, it's pound because you're doing Cash App. So definitely do that, please. That's happening at the end of the month. On a personal note, I got some good news. Okay. So I don't know. I haven't really talked about this on the podcast. I did talk about it on my Facebook page and my other social media pages. But I have been asked to be a board member for Cancer Navigators. Now, I guess you say, what is Cancer Navigators? Well, I'm going to tell you. Cancer Navigators is a nonprofit organization in town that helps people in the community, whether they're male, female, whatever type of cancer that they may have. They're really about being hands-on and helping people out. They help with getting a little bit of everything. If you need help getting back and forth to your appointments or to your chemo, they can help you do that. They will give you gas cards in order to buy gas for your car or for whoever is taking you back and forth to your appointment. They will also provide you with liquid nutrition. As a cancer patient, you know nutrition is very, very important. So they will help you with that. There is a lot of people, you'd be surprised, that are now fighting against some type of bladder cancer. And because of that bladder cancer, a lot of times people wind up losing their ability to hold their urine. They become incontinent. Cancer Navigators help with that. They also do little special events, like right before Mother's Day, there was a event that they did. It's an annual, and it's called the Daisy Drop. So what happens is with the Daisy Drop, it is that before the drop happens, it's a marathon that takes place for charity. But then the Daisy Drop is at the river here in town. They will supply you with the daisies, and it's for remembrance of someone that has passed or for someone that is currently battling cancer. So you say a little prayer. The chaplain from the church, the chaplain from the hospital comes there. And he says a little prayer, and then we all drop our daisies when you're ready to. We drop the daisies in the river, and then we watch them as they go by, as they float through. And the next day, sometimes you can see them as they go through town, because it's a river that runs through our town. And um, depending on what side of town that you are on, you may see a little daisy floating in the water or on the bank of the river where it has washed up or something like that. It happens sometimes, which is really, really nice. So that's what those are the things that cancer navigators do. They also have people that make wreaths during Christmas, and then it is a silent auction. But I'm going to be joining the board members. I'm going to be a member of the board. They have not had a member of the board that has actually battled cancer or battling cancer. Forever, ever. I don't think so. I don't think they've ever had one. So I will be the first actual person that is battling cancer and sitting on the board of the Cancer Navigators. And basically what that means is I will be privy to a lot of the closed door conversations that happen where the money will be allocated, the type of funding that will be used for the gas cards, the planning events that will happen for the transportation issue that's happening in my town. There's a transportation issue that has it's been happening, but it's getting worse. We have a cancer center, really well known, really great cancer center, but it's not centrally located. It's in Rome. And sometimes people are having to drive an hour, hour and a half, depending which way they're coming, in order to just go to this particular cancer center. And having cancer is expensive, y'all. It's pretty expensive. And you have to, when you're in the throes of treatment, you're going every week sometimes. You're doing better. Like for myself, I have went from going to doctor's appointments from every week to going to doctor's appointments with my oncologist every 3 months. So that's good. That's a good thing. That means that I'm doing well. So that's a good thing, right? Right. But for those that are not, or even for those that are just starting out, doing treatment, it can be expensive trying to get back and forth every week to get to appointments. And then on top of that, for myself, I have treatment every 3 weeks. But then there are some people that have chemo every week, unfortunately. So there's a big transportation issue. And not only because people can't get there because of financial reasons, but there's also a lack of transportation. When you're living in a smaller town, unlike Atlanta, when you have, public transportation, you have MARTA. MARTA runs. You have the buses. They go a great length. They go a lot of places. Here, buses stop running at 5 o'clock. Yeah. So it leaves a lot to be desired, as far as people getting to where they need to go, in the time that they can get there. And then you have those that are working, because there are people that are still in the workforce and they're dealing with cancer. They can't stop working. You have those people, and they may not want to. It just depends on the situation. So I am going to be on the board where we're going to have these closed door conversations between the cancer navigators and Atrium Floyd, which is the local hospital here in town. We'll be meeting with them. Cancer Navigators Board will be meeting with Atrium Floyd, their board, and trying to allocate funds. Also, we'll be working on coming up with different programs. So I had an idea about transportation and how it could benefit cancer navigators and how it could also benefit those that are survivors. How you could kill two birds with one stone. I hate to say that. That's why I'm like, I didn't have any other words. But anyway, I had an idea, and I think that at the same, not only will it be helping those that have limited transportation, but it will also, again, help those that have survived. And I also think that a buddy program would be really good. Sort of a mentorship would be really good for cancer navigators. I think that cancer navigators do a wonderful job. They do a wonderful, wonderful job. But I really think that they are missing some things by not utilizing people that are survivors and that they have been through the battle. I think that they are missing out on utilizing those of us that could really help, especially when you have new people come in. And I also think it's important. I'm like one of the youngest people that they have at Cancer Navigators. And I'm like, and I just think that it's important to try to have people that are close in age to have a better understanding, because I'm not old, I'm not young, but I'm not old either, and there are things that I want to know, and I'm sure that there are others. Now, and another group that I'm in, Bosom Buddies, it's a support group. In Bosom Buddies, there are some women in there that are a little bit older than me. They're in their 50s. But we're close in the same age, and some of the same things that I worry about, these women worry about. And you can just let your imagination run wild. Okay. Hi, caller. Miss Gibbs, is this you?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine. How you been doing? Oh, I was just come listen.
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm still sleepy, but I'm good. Good. I'm making it do what it do. Yeah.
You
ain't do what it do.
There ain't nothing new.
Yeah. It ain't. So, but I was just telling the listening audience about my appointment to the member board, the board member.
Yeah, I heard, and I saw your ideas, and I was like, I can help out a little bit. Using some of my fundraising background might be able to help.
Oh, okay. That will work. I mean, because there is one lady that works there. Her name is Sarah, and Sarah is she's the one that puts all the fundraisers together. Like last year, Cancer Navigators, they had a banquet, and you had to pay X amount of money to even get in the banquet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a black tie gala.
Yeah, they're the big stuff. But sometimes they're having the big stuff. That could be like the main big thing, like you have for a certain time frame, and let that be the main big one. But I would always tell people, don't lose the opportunity to do those little small ones. They're thinking, they don't cost that much. You don't need that much, but sometimes those make a bigger impact than that Holy Grail.
Yep.
Because everybody might not be able to do the Holy Grail, but they can do those small ones, and those add up.
They do, and the Holy Grail, those like that banquet, you're looking at a lot of that was with the doctors and their spouses, and that's what that one was for. So it was yeah. It was a big one. But they definitely have they definitely have other smaller ones. Like they even have a bake sale, and I participated in the bake sale before.
No, you better. You should have.
Yeah. So basically, how the bake sale works is you bake cake, right? Or whatever. It doesn't have to be. Of course, I made a cake. And you slice it, and then you have to put it, you have to wrap it and all that good stuff, and then they will sell it by slices. So it's not like a whole big cake.
No, if you want the Holy Grail, then you can pay for the Holy one, but otherwise it's first slice. Pre-order those if you want them. Yeah, but have you done any auctions?
Yes, they do a silent auction. I think they do 2 silent auctions throughout the year. I know one that they do that is really popular is that they'll have crafters and people that make wreaths for Christmas, and they will have a silent auction for that. And it's another one that they do. Trying to remember what it is that they do, because they did it last year, or It was another silent auction, and it was in the spring or something. But I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry. But
well, as long as the fact that they do exist, that's all that matters. Because those are good too.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're really about getting getting that money, raising that money. And also, if a person wants to do something, wants to do a fundraiser in support of Cancer Navigates, like it was this guy, local real estate agent in town. He grew out his hair. He grew out his hair for a year, and then he had it cut, and he donated his hair to the wig foundation. So that he did that. And it was like a running thing of how long they had a bet, how long was his hair going to be, how many inches was it going to be, and everyone was betting on that. So that was one. They will allow you to do that too, for cancer. I had a fundraiser that I tried to do for them last year for school supplies. For school supplies for parents, because like I said, cancer is expensive. Having cancer is expensive.
I know it's like, especially if transportation ends at 5:00, if you don't have a vehicle, I'm like, okay, how are they gonna get? So they got to pay extra fees for delivery.
Yep. You have to. Not only do you have to pay extra for that, but you also have to. You have to call cash.
You got to do what?
And then because this isn't a town, it's a small town. There are people that drive here that do Uber and Lyft, but it's not often. Like at the peak hours of the day, when a lot of people would need an Uber or a Lyft, there's hardly anybody that does it.
Wow.
Mhm. Yep. There's hardly people that actually.
There's the true small town.
Uber. Too small, and also there is a large Hispanic population in this town now, and they don't have debit cards, and they don't have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have readily access to banks and things of that nature. So you have a lot of people that use cash. There's a lot of people in this town that use cash. You'd be very surprised. It's an older community. There's a lot of older people here. There are younger people.
For some particular reason, I'm like, my brain just went to the Andy Griffith show when they were, when that small town with all, with the little Ronnie. I'm just like, oh well, golly.
Yeah. But the only thing about this small town is it is last year the population hit to 100,000.
Okay, that's good. It grew a little bit.
It grew a lot of it. Yeah, the popular, and that happened because of New Year when the babies were born. If New Year last year,
like a baby baby.
Yeah, it was like a set of twins were born.
Uh-huh.
And they hit the population for 100,000.
It'll be a minute before more come out. I know. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
I know I'm a mix of city and country, but I don't know if I can say I'm more country on this end, because that I'm just seeing Gomer Pyle and all these. I'm just like, I don't know about this. I think I'm more city.
It's not that country. It's not. You got some places around here where you will find Andy Griffin and and there are some places
they're used to seeing skin tones, a variety of skin tones, because when it comes to we were traveling to go to we were in Alabama, we were going to Nebraska somewhere, and we hit this small town and we stopped for breakfast. They never seen that many colors of that shade of rainbow. I'm just like, you don't stay close to me.
It's not that bad like that around here.
I'm looking at my family like, I can only protect so many of you. Stay close.
I've run into towns like that. In Spartanburg, South Carolina, I've run into that.
Well, trick was we go? Because I remember we went to go see the Clinton Museum, and we moved off in that direction. And we went into this little breakfast thing. When I say they didn't know what to serve us, how to serve, they didn't know, okay, close your mouth. Yes, we're here. And I'm here. Yeah. It's okay.
That's like a lot of people here, they will go to another town to go to Cracker Barrel. But they won't go to the Cracker Barrel that is like 30 minutes away.
It's like in their own neighborhood.
And the Cracker Barrel here, well, it's not in Rome. Like we don't have a Cracker Barrel in Rome, Georgia. It's 30 minutes away, because the next town from us, 30 minutes away from me, is Cartersville. That's how you say it. Cartersville. Carter. Say Carter.
Carter. Okay.
And then
Cartersville.
Put Ville on the end. Cartersville.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Gomer Pyle. But I think it will be fun, because it'll be fun. I know me being out of my element will make it funnier. It is.
It is. I mean, but now I will be.
That was all serious. It's just all in fun. I'm like.
I know.
Because cause you can tell by the way my attitude is. I'm like, yes, if they stare too long, I'm going to let you know I caught it. And I'm going like, no, it's not for free. You can't take it out.
Yeah. What was so funny was when my husband moved here from Connecticut.
Right. That had to have been a big, you knew he loved you. Leaving to go to a small town, you knew he loved you. You could never win if there was any fight that man could win. He knew I moved here.
Oh, he would say that too. Yep.
Huh?
That was his go-to. Yep.
Yeah, that was
I moved here for you. I'm in this country ass town for you.
Exactly. He left a city that had a normal amount of people. Where, okay, I don't have to deal with you. I can go over this side of town, and there'll be still people I can deal with. That's all that's around for ghost town.
Yep. And then when he moved here, and where I live, I live in the suburbs, and I live outside of town. Like I don't live in town. Like it's 2 miles for me to drive into town.
Oh boy. It takes us 2 miles. It's like how many minutes?
I don't know. It's not that long. Like when you look at it, it's not that long.
It's a very short amount of time. But I'm like, especially if you in the woods, whatever. Trust me, it's gonna be a really short amount of time because somebody gonna be on the gas. Let's get to somebody. Like,
I had a friend that drove up here.
Oh,
I never forget. I had a friend that drove. He drove from Atlanta. He was over in Decatur, and he drove from Decatur up here to Rome. And he got on this. We have this highway that comes in between Rome and Cartersville. It's called the 411, right? Because you have to. Anyway. He was driving it, and he was like, he called and he said, "Am I coming the right way?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "What is it?" I was like, "What does it look like?" It's just dark as hell. There ain't no street lights out here. It's just pitch black. I was like, "Yeah, you coming the right way."
I'm gonna remind you, you better not ever wonder if we like you. So that's basically it. Anybody that comes on, you cannot say, well, no, they came and visit you with no street lights.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I tell people, come in the daytime. Don't come at night. Don't come at night. You'll get scared.
We gotta get home. We hanging out with you all day. We gotta make sure. It's not like we can go like across the street. Gotta make it home before the sunset, or wait for that light goes that cuts on because there's not a light there to cut on.
I have a new friend. He says, "Woo, it's like, where you live?" I told him where I live.
There, right?
Have you ever heard of it? And he said,
no.
Yeah. He said, yeah, I've heard of it. I was like, you ever been up here? Woo. I said, why did you say that? He's like, I have to pack a lunch. I said, oh, wait, no, I said to him, oh, you have to pack a lunch, huh? And dinner.
He ain't coming out. I'm here. Guess what? Make a bed. I'm not leaving till the sun come back up. No.
That's what a lot of people say. Right.
And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If there ain't no porch light to be seen for who knows how many miles, because can't even get to the city.
I mean,
ain't no street light.
Porch light.
Porch light.
It's just like when you get on that street. you get on that strip of road before 11.
Girl, please, one turn.
There are no lights. There's a
one
but
turn.
if you get that from, it's like that in Atlanta too, in some places.
You gonna come up to somebody's street light? You cannot say that from what you're saying.
I'm telling you, there are roads in Atlanta, especially when you're going out toward the airport.
I know. I remember when I went to Atlanta, I almost got killed before I really made it away from the airport. So I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The airport out there, it could be dark,
but I still see poles ahead where there's supposed to be some type of light.
I don't know. I remember I took my husband to the airport one time. It was dark. I mean, it was dark. And I was coming back, and then a fog. It was early in the morning, and a fog had rolled through. I almost drove off the road. And then I saw it, and I stopped. And then I turned my high beams on, and I looked, and it was like a ditch. And I was like, I had to just sit there for a minute. To kind of gather myself.
And that's how you basically feel what everybody else feels when they hit that road to you.
Yeah. I get it, because I hate driving that road to myself to come back here. I feel like, oh, no, man.
Damn.
That's what I say. That's what I say. You do. I do. I'm just like, dang, am I there yet? And then you'll see this sign, and the sign will say, 15 miles to roam. I'm like, damn, I still ain't there. Damn.
That foot's supposed to go a little bit closer to the floor. Hit that pedal just a little bit.
Nah, I can't go too close to the floor because it's too many little hiding places, and the man likes to hide. And I don't need a seat. I don't need a seat.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, bro, I'm single by myself. I'm trying to get to a light.
No, it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Some things are worth
the money.
It
don't matter. Yeah, it just be like, you done. Oh well. Well, we can't talk over any longer because it stops recording. Oops. There it goes.
We keep having that effect.
So, I know, like, it used to be like it would keep recording as you talk, but it doesn't do it anymore. It just cuts off.
It just cuts off and like, y'all keep going, I'm not.
Yeah. And it just cut off.
Oh my goodness.
I shouldn't have been looking at Dateline. I'm trying to do the show and looking at Dateline at the same time.
I think my sister was watching some pre-recorded ones.
Yeah, that's what this one is too. But it is a good one.
I tell
the
my friends,
mother, the father, and the daughter killed the husband. So at first it's just the daughter and the father in jail. Now the mother's in jail as well because the daughter convinced her to try to put a hit on the mother-in-law in order to get custody of the baby.
I used to tell one of my friends, we used to work together, I'm like, you keep trying to get me killed. Because I worked Dunyon. That's where we keep the most runaways and all that kind of stuff. Pet residents. But since she likes to watch Wine and all these How to Get Away with Murder and stuff, I'm like, I don't need that playing on every TV in a lockdown unit. Because I can tell that's where you've been. Because you know nobody else is going to come in there. See, I deal with dementia and all these different other types of illnesses. And of course, I would get the one. You just swore me down. I just did it. I was wrong. You were so wrong for doing it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I can't give people baths without him trying to put a radio aside my head. Because she can't take Ryan off of TV.
Yeah, no.
I can track her, but no matter which job location she goes to, because if I see a row of TVs on a resident's room and they're on the same channel, I know which way she went.
Yep.
I mean, you would know you were wrong. I'm like, bro, I can body slam you. Go away. Let's not go there. You're with a walker. Let's not go there.
My dad was on a unit like that. He had one of those little bracelets on his arm. The last where I worked before all this stuff happened, my grandfather was there. That's how I even know about the place, and he escaped. And I'm just like, y'all can't keep my grandfather. How y'all think y'all gonna keep me satisfied? You couldn't even keep my granddad. He made it a good mile, thinking he was going back to the country. Only thing that stopped him from getting further, he hit somebody's yard that had chickens in the back. So he thought he made it. Oh wow, this is hard.
I know. Yeah. He had the dementia. Well,
my dad did too.
And I'm just like, y'all couldn't keep my. And trust me, when I said y'all couldn't keep my grandfather, like, how y'all think y'all gonna keep me calm? My DO and my nurse look at me like, we did. I'm like, yeah, you couldn't, you lost him. And I wasn't talking about today.
How you gonna lose Grandpa?
You lost him. We got him back. Because right where because that man had 20 kids. So you know right where those chicken stores, right across the street, was where one of his kids lived.
Oh wow!
Family found him. He not to know because he made it past railroad tracks with y'all. He made it past. He made more miles than it was to get to your town, your city. He went far. And I'm just like, he passed up my house. I'm like, man, you passed up my house and he got put there because I was taking care of him at one point, but then when it got to, I'm trying to remember, I got to the point to where he was like getting unruly to where he had to go to a lockdown unit. I was just like, okay. And that was in between me and like the sister I'm with now. It was like it was a neutral area. I'm like, how you lose? He's short. He's pitch black. And he's skinny. And he talks like he's still in the field, the cotton field. So he's not going to blend in by nobody's means. He doesn't look like no crackhead. No, nothing like that. But he's short. He leaned over and he it's like he muscles a little bit when he talks, but when he want to get those words out, he gets it out.
Mhm.
And where that neutral location, there was two different freeways. He could have went either or, but he went straight. But he just figured he went back to the phone. Just a straight line.
My dad never tried to. He never tried to walk away or get out or anything. But he always snuck cigarettes.
But this is it. With this, he didn't. For him to get out, someone had to let him out.
Mhm.
Because he didn't know how to open a screen. And doing all the things, especially since I got to learn how that place was. No, you were somebody actually took him out or let him out. That door didn't work right, and y'all thought that door locked. It was an automatic lock, and that sucker didn't lock. And he helped this little happy self right on out that door. So that meant people on stations weren't paying attention to him. That means people in the kitchen weren't paying attention to him. People in the front desk weren't paying attention to him. People in the staff, the main office weren't paying attention to him because your doors are all wide open, and that front office is glass, so you can see everybody. None of you saw them. So I'm like, and I'm saying this to my director of nursing, and I'm like, how are you going to contradict that? And try to make me, one, how are you going to contradict that? And two, how are you going to contradict me saying, what can you do for me? How are you going to make me feel better? When we say it sucks, you know, like we know you're taking advantage of the fact that we care more about these residents because we know we're not getting paid raises.
Mhm.
Okay, but I'm ready to listen to what you have to say.
No.
And my face don't hide. That's why I can never get a promotion. My face, I'm like, I can't lie to people, and I can be like, yes, my face said, don't believe me.
Me either. It's my eyes. My eyes tell it. Whatever I'm feeling, my eyes tell it.
It's my whole persona. It's my whole persona. Cause it's like it's sad. In a way, it's good that the first thing that come out, the first instinct to come out of me is the truth. But it's so sad that it's a rarity because I'm around people who jump for the lie. The first thing they think of is to lie, and I'm just like, what the hoodoo? See, I say what the hoodoo when I try not to cuss. I'm like, at one point I had a quota.
I need to try to do that.
I said that one time when my director of nurse was trying to push somebody's work onto me, and I'm like, what in the hoodoo? They had him laughing while I was taking his tracks, and I'm steady looking at him like, what the hell are you going to say?
Exactly.
I'm like,
Drip.
but that ain't, it's about to be all, folks.
She used to do that to my mom when she worked in a nursing home.
I didn't find out till not too long ago that my mom did work in a nursing home. And that was like, I know it's like, really? But then I thought about she was a nurse, so I'm pretty sure before she started working at Methodist, she probably did work at a nursing home. But it was but some people go straight to the hospitals. But when I found it, it was like, okay, come and bond. Cool. Because that's one thing I always try to get with my siblings. It's like I want to get to know how our mom was with them compared to what daddy was. Because when I grew up with the sick mom. She was dealing with the diabetes. She was dealing with the amputation. She was going through all of those processes. So I got to deal with the anxiety, the depression, the unhealthy mom. They got to experience. They got to experience the other part of her. So I always try to get
their perspective
more about that past. But now I realize I kind of was going through the wrong person to where I'm like, I don't know what the hell's true come out of her mouth. So I'm just like, okay, kind of like back to square one. I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool. But no. Yes, he made, how far was that? That was, I'm going to say 2 to 3 miles. At least 2. I'm gonna give it 2.5. Hold up. Google works while I'm on the phone. I'm curious. You eating?